Give me 10 minutes and I'm going to make you a millionaire through investing without waiting for 30 years like the crap you get on the internet. Matter of fact, I'm going to make you a millionaire in 1 year after watching this video. And if you don't get the value that I've promised, unsubscribe from this channel and unfollow me on all platforms. So we all know that the best returns you can get from the stock market yearly is 9 or 10%, maybe 12%, and in rare occasions like what happened in 2024, you get 20% plus. But 2025 is the year that you and I get to play bigger, so we are not going to focus on small percentage returns. We are going to aim way higher than that. That's why this video is the blueprint on how to make $1 million in a year investing. The popular phrase in the world of finance is you can't beat the market. And that's how you know people don't know what the fuck they are talking about. Because if you've ever read the book Hedge Fund Wizards by Jack Swagger, everyone that Jack Swagger interviewed beats the market. About 15 to 20 hedge fund managers all beat the market for decades. And so does politicians like Nancy Pelosi.
What I'm asking is, do you think it's all right for a speaker to accept a very preferential and favorable stock deal?
Well, we didn't.
So grab a book and a pen and grab a popcorn if you will, because we are about to print money. But hold on, why should you listen to me? Who's this guy telling me I can get impressive returns and beat the market just by listening to him? That's because this same guy beats the market and hundreds of hedge fund managers in his first 2 years of investing. And it's not luck or the markets. I carefully honed the skills of great analysis on all fundamentals and mastered the art of picking the right stocks that will outperform with very little risks. And today, I and my team are replicating the same strategies to help our private clients earn millions of dollars a year investing and also coaching them to make the right financial decisions. I pretty much made it clear from the beginning that my goal for you after watching this video is to understand that you can make $1 million in a year investing. I don't want you waiting for 20 to 30 years like they tell you to. We are on the fast lane to wealth, and that is the route we'll stick with. I know you're probably wondering if I am crazy or just talking, but hold your horses because I am going to make you a millionaire and we won't be gambling on stupid investments like meme coins, shady investment deals, penny stocks, or get rich quick schemes that you see on the internet every day. This video would give you insights and real strategies as to how the best investors beat the stock market consistently without the odds being stacked against them. These are the investment strategies that hedge funds, investment banks, and some of the biggest investors in the world don't want you to know. To succeed in life, you will have to go against the herd. It's the same with investing. While everyone invests in the S&P 500 and sits on their couch, you and I will be making millions doing the exact opposite of that. I understand that when people make bold claims like this in investing, people get skeptical because they think they would get in trouble. So 90% of us out there play it safe. But my problem is that playing it safe has been changed to accepting mediocrity in investing and getting measly 3 to 5% returns annually. It's been troubling me for a long time. That is why I created a product that solved just that specific problem. And that is why I created the exclusive winning investment portfolio that is guaranteed to make you 30% plus returns in 2025 and beyond. After years of research and analysis, we picked the best investments that always outperform regardless of market conditions. And because we want you to get the most out of this product, we've made it a done for you product with price entry, portfolio allocations, and why we chose the stock. So you can just copy and paste it in your own portfolio and make massive returns. And that's not all, because the most interesting thing is that it costs less than how much you will be spending on snacks this week. Do something that would enrich your life and what your portfolio will be proud of. Get the exclusive winning investment portfolio today. The link is in the description. And I advise that you get it now, because my team has informed me that we might be shutting down the link in a month because we've been had crazy traction on that product. For those that would love to make $1 million with me, let's dive right in. We'll be exploring 5 strategies that you can use to beat the market and make $1 million in a year investing. Now, I have to keep it real with you. If you have over $100,000 investing, this will be easier, and you will just have to use 2 or 3 of the strategies that I will be sharing with you. But if you have less than 100K, you would have to implement all 5 to get to your $1 million goal. Without further ado, let's get right into it. The first strategy we'll be using to get to $1 million is to play both sides of the ball. What that means is that we'll be going long and short. If you are new to investing, long means to buy, and shorting a stock means to bet that the price of a stock would go lower, borrowing from your broker while still having the option to buy the stock at a lower price. If you short a stock, you will make more money if the price of that stock goes down. That's it. I spoke about going against the head earlier. 99% of other investors can only make money when the market goes up. And so they wish and they pray for everything to be in place so that their stocks can perform. Except that is not how the world works, because bad things are always going to happen. Companies will go bankrupt, countries' economies will fail, terrorism is going to happen, natural disasters will take place. Every bad thing that you can think of is going to happen, and they all affect stock markets around the world in some way. The best way you can make the most out of the negative situations happening in the world and to favor your stock portfolio is to have the option to short stocks. All the biggest hedge funds, fund managers, investors, and investment institutions all use this strategy, and so should you. Take the financial crisis of 2008 as an example. While thousands of investors and funds lost millions of dollars, and even some going bankrupt and closing their doors, investors like John Paulson, Michael Burry, and hedge fund managers like Com O'Shea and Ray Dalio made millions of dollars shorting the markets. All of these investors had analyzed the market, discovered that the bubble was about to explode, and they started shorting. John Paulson, who made his fortune during the 2008 financial crisis, used credit default swap to bet against the housing market, and he made over $15 billion in profits when it was all said and done.
Over a period of time, you put a short on, in effect, to make it simple, on the mortgage market around 2007 or so. And that trade, it is reported, made roughly $20 billion or so for you and your investors.
Need I say more about shorting the markets when your analysis predicts that the stock market is going to crash? I believe you get the code now. Now I understand that you may not have access to the trades that these big investors and hedge fund managers have. The best way you can short the market is by buying the inverse of the S&P 500 ETF or other benchmarks like that of the Nasdaq. Stocks like ProShares Ultra that shorts the S&P 500 with the ticker SH, and ETFs like ProShares Ultra that shorts the Nasdaq and it has the ticker SQQQ. When times are bad, you should increase your position on these stocks or ETFs. And if your prime broker lets you short individual stocks, feel free to do that. But make sure that these companies are on the downside and their fundamentals are really bad. Then when you short those kind of stocks, you make a lot of profits. The second strategy we'll be using to get to $1 million is by trading options. Now, I'll advise that you have some years of experience in investing before using this strategy, because while trading options seems like a nice way to to make more profits. You can also lose a lot of money if the trade is not executed the right way. For those who aren't familiar with what trading options are, I will explain it to you like a 5-year-old in about 10 seconds. But for those that understand and have been trading options, I'm going to give you insights and strategies on how to make the most out of options trading using calls and puts. Trading options is buying or selling contracts that gives you the right, but not the obligation to buy or sell a stock before a certain date at a set price. So in simpler terms, call options means you're betting for a stock to go up and you can buy it at a lower price. While put option means that you are betting for a stock to go down and you can sell it at a higher price. Now, because of time, I won't be allowed to go into details about trading options. So I would advise that you do in-depth research if you want to start trading options to make more money in your stock portfolio. For investors who are already trading options, one of the best hacks to make more money trading options is to invest in the same options that the biggest hedge funds and financial institutions are buying, whether calls or puts. In the world of investing, information is a key resource to making huge profits. An asset management institution and hedge fund get information before you and I do because they speak directly to CEOs, CFOs, and industry leaders who get information before even business media company does, and they trade options using that. You can see options trade that these institutions are making on websites like Market Chameleon and Unusual Whales. These are free options flow. Brokerage platforms like Interactive Broker and Fidelity Active Trader Pro offers insight to what trade options institutions are making. Options lets you make money without owning the stock and can be used to hedge risks and amplify gains, but they come with high risks if they are not executed properly. Trading options is one of the best way I used to make a lot of money. And if you're looking to make more money trading options through investing, then join my coaching program. I have a team of options traders that are the best in the game. They will guide you and help you trade your options, and you make way more. If you're making 5% extra, if our team joins and start trading options for you through investing, you are going to make at least 25% top of what you're already doing. There's a link in the description to the coaching program. All you have to do is click on it, fill it out, and we'll reach out to you. The third and the most convenient way for us to get to our $1 million mark through investing is to copy trade politicians. I call this the don't hit the player, hit the game strategy. A lot of US politicians have made millions of dollars from investing in the stock market. And they didn't do this because they were smart or they had great analysis or they timed the markets. They were able to make all of this money because they inside trade. What that means is that they have information that is not supposed to be disclosed, and they make trades based off those informations in the stock market. Because they are congress makers and lawmakers, they know if there's going to be a cheap regulation, they know if a war is brewing, and they sure know if the economy is going to boom or crash. And they buy or sell stocks in favor of that. Other investors make trades of news, but they make trade of information. So they are miles ahead of us when it comes to investing because they can easily adjust their portfolio before anything bad happens, or they can even readjust it in the favor of their portfolio when the stock market is about to go up. Now, this is illegal, but because most of them are lawmakers, any bill that is being put forward to stop them from trading stocks is usually being thrown out because, come on, they are not going to prosecute themselves. Capitalism can be brutal sometimes.
Members of Congress cannot be either prosecuted or civilly sued for actions they take when they're carrying out their functions as a member of Congress.
Because of this unfair, my bad, illegal advantage, politicians like Nancy Pelosi, Mitt Romney, McWarner, and Mitch McConnell have all made millions of dollars investing in the stock market with all of them making over $10 million in 2024, except Mitch McConnell that made around $8 million. And the king of the stock traders in the Congress and in the Senate, Nancy Pelosi, she made over $38 million in the stock market in 2024 while being on a yearly salary of $200,000. You can't make this up. And there are also other Congress members and members of the Senate that are worth $300 million. They are all on $200,000 salary, by the way, and some of them that are worth millions of dollars that I can't even mention because it's going to take us all day to run through those names. Like I said earlier, this is the don't hate the player, hate the game strategy. So we are not going to be up here whining and crying and saying it's unfair. Instead, we are going to make money from this strategy. And the strategy we are going to use is copying their trades. And there's a website for it called Quiver Quants that you can buy and sell the same stocks that politicians are buying in the US. So you can just follow their trades and trade accordingly. From personal stories, I know people. I've seen tweets. I've watched interviews of people that have made. I know a guy that made over $1.5 million from just copying Nancy Pelosi's trades, and he was trading on options just like she was. And there's a website, Quiver Quants. We've been using it for years, and it's been helpful. I also use it for my private clients as well by just copying politicians' trade, and it's been making them money as well. There are also other alternatives for that's called Capital Trades and another website called Congress Stock Trades. Fourth strategy on our list is invest in bankruptcy. Now, when I say invest in bankruptcy, I don't mean that you should go buy companies that are going bankrupt. What I mean is that you should short those companies, like from our first strategy, play both sides of the ball. But this time we are going to be playing one of them, which is shorting companies that are going bankrupt, because you're certainly going to make a lot of money doing that. This one is a cash cow and it is an easy long-term trade because companies that are going bankrupt, they often show early signs in their book. They have steady losses in revenue, profit, earnings. They have huge debts that they don't fulfill. And in rare occasions, one or some members of their executives are always caught doing accounting fraud. So their stocks keeps tanking. Once you spot those companies, you start shorting them immediately and you can make money infinitely until maybe a corporate takeover happens, and you can even make more money when a takeover happens using a trade that hedge funds usually do. It's called measure arbitrage. Like I said, that it is very popular with hedge funds and you can replicate the same strategy in your own portfolio as well. So what you do is that when you want to place a measure arbitrage trade, what you do is that you short the stock of the acquiring company. That means the company that is buying the bankrupt company, you short their stock, and then you buy the target company, which is the company that is being bought by another company. Just try to make sense of it, all right? You buy the target company because whenever a corporate takeover announcement happens, the company that is being bought, their stocks go up. So you buy the target company and you short the acquiring company. You can hedge and make more profits if the deal goes through. That's the beautiful thing about measure arbitrage. With the measure arbitrage strategy, you can make money on both sides of the trade. But hold on, now while this seems genius, it can also be risky if the deal falls through. So before you get involved in a measure arbitrage trade, you have to get your sources correctly and you have to be 100% sure that the takeover is going to happen, because if it doesn't, you can lose on both sides of the trade or you will not make the profits that you anticipate. One easy way to find public companies that are going bankrupt is to find them on websites that track companies that are struggling. And you can find them on Benzinga, Distressed Debt Investing, and even on the bankruptcy part of Yahoo Finance. There are also a few more, but those three are the most popular. The last and easiest way that I'll be getting you guys to $1 million this year through investing is by investing in promising IPOs. This is very popular but is most overlooked by investors. Some companies, their highest trading day ever It's the day that they go public, so you have to invest in IPOs. Highly anticipated IPOs of some promising companies go up as high as 55% in their first day of trading. That is not normal for stocks. You rarely even see that in utility crypto or in the crypto market. But for some reason, investors have blatantly refused to invest in IPOs. IPOs will be one of your best days ever as an investor. And if the company is promising, you can take much bigger risks so you can cash in on those unusual gains. Reddit went public a few months ago and their stock rose 28.5% on the first day of trading. Now imagine how much you would make if you invested $5,000 on that stock in the day of their IPO. And if you think Reddit stock growth on their first day of trading was crazy, hold your horses because I'm about to give you mind-blowing first day trading percentages. Beyond Meat rose 163% on its first day of trading. Zoom, the video call website, did 86% on its IPO. DoorDash did 86%. Snowflake rose for over 101% on its first day of trading, and there are countless examples. Please do not sleep on IPOs because you can make a ton of money from just investing in promising companies the day that they go public. I want you to start making money even before this video is over. So I'll be giving you a list of highly anticipated IPOs that will be happening in 2025 that I want you to invest in. Chime, a mobile banking and fintech company based in San Francisco, California, has filed for IPO and will be going public this year. Databricks is going public this year as well, and so is Discord, the popular app that most of you use, Medline Industries, and CoreWeave. And if we are lucky, we get companies to IPO like SpaceX and OpenAI. I would put my life savings or everything I have on those two companies. So, but the ones that I mentioned earlier, those are the companies that are going public in 2025. And I want you to invest in each and every of those companies because you're sure going to make a shitload of money that day. I will be investing in them. And if you follow me on all platforms, I'll tag this video on my X post, my Instagram, Facebook post that I'll be investing in those companies. Now, if you can't implement any of the four strategies I mentioned earlier, you can easily invest in IPOs. All you have to do is follow financial news and follow these companies on all platforms. If you can subscribe to their email list, please do join and keep a lot of cash ready in your brokerage to buy those stocks the day that they go public. Those are the 5 ways I'm going to be making you a millionaire in a year through investing, whether you're an experienced investor or not. You will not find this anywhere else on the internet. This is $30,000 worth of value that you just got for free. For investors like us, this is simple because we spend time in the market. However, it might not be the same for you because these strategies are not familiar with you. But if you are worth around 50 to $100,000 and you want to get to a million, you can plug in these strategies into your investment portfolio and you'll be a millionaire in less than a year without breaking a sweat. This sounds like something that interests you, then there's a link in the description to our coaching program. Join the coaching program and join hundreds of other investors that are making millions of dollars a year through our investment strategies. And if you can't do that, the best way to appreciate the gems that you just got from this video is to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and send it to a friend that you would like to drive a Lamborghini next to. And lastly, never, I mean never forget that success is the only option for you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.